The number one reason that small businesses owners, small businesses don't grow, um, the number one reason that we don't reach our biggest dreams and goals, all people, is something called FTI, failure temperament. FTI, whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is, whatever goal you have, there's a certain level of implementation that has to happen. So we're not saying that you're not successful. We're not saying, I'm not saying that you're not doing stuff. It's just that FTI happens on a different on a different scale the more that you grow. In other words, when you're working by yourself and you're doing everything, you're overwhelmed. You're by a lot of times you come in the inner circle, you're overwhelmed, you're confused, you got a lot on you. And it's difficult to just cut through all the clutter. But then once you get some systems in place, once you get some people in place, once you start developing yourself as a leader, things get better. But at every level, there's another um, there's another level of performance. And the fact is, in order for us to win, in order for us to implement consistently, in order for us to reach our goals, in order for us to be successful, we have to perform. We have to perform. We have to perform. Our team has to perform. A compelling picture imagines phenomenal performance. So the question is, do you have a picture that excites you, a picture that inspires you, a picture that you go, it'd be worth going through all of this to make that happen. Human beings do what human beings see in their minds. Now, this book I wrote called Discover Your Phenomenal Dream Life really takes you through the vision that I had of sitting right there on my favorite beach. And then, of course, having the vision, then you got to do all the things that are necessary to make it a reality. That's the hard part. Reaching your dreams, realizing that picture is hard work. But understand that people do what people see in their minds. Remember that a couple weeks ago, we talked about the fact that we only do what we actually believe. And 90% of what we believe is subconscious beliefs. It's in there. It's like an iceberg. We don't see 90% of it, but it has been programmed into us, maybe not taught, but we caught it, and we've created our values and all that kind of stuff. We caught somehow or created our beliefs, and we have to recreate it. And if we don't believe that we can, then we have to intentionally recreate it. One of the principles in this book is dream intentionally. Intentionally think, because here's what happens: whatever you put in your mind every day is going to become a reality. It's just a fact. Again, Mr. Ziegler said, "You are what you are and where you are because of what has gone into your mind. You are what you are and where you are because of what has gone to your mind." So whatever you put in your mind about yourself, whatever you put in your mind about your goals, whatever you put in your mind about the possibilities is going to determine where you end up. Do you think about what you think about? In other words, do you ever stop and ask yourself, where did I get that value? Does that value, does that thought, does this help me get to my goal? Why did I have that thought? Why do I feel the way that I feel? Why did I do what I did? Again, this is self-awareness. So my question is, what do you see? What does your phenomenal dream life look like? Listen, you want to really define that. You want to really see your phenomenal dream life in pictures because pictures, we see in pictures. And if you're not sure what you want, which is a very common problem, let's start with what you don't want. Let's start with what you don't want. That's the easy part, right? I don't want to work 80 hours a week. I don't want to have to do my bookkeeping. I don't want to have to manage people. I want to dream. I want to be the visionary. I want to be whatever it is. I don't want to do marketing. I don't want to live where I live today. Okay. Well, where would you like to live? But you have to create that picture. Tommy Mello. This guy had a dream. He had a goal. $1 billion company. How do you think that big? Well, guess what? His company's worth $1 billion now. Garage door company. One guy fixing garage doors. 50,000 in debt. You can do this. Vision. Helen Keller. She couldn't hear. She couldn't speak. She couldn't see. Yet she became an American legend, author, speaker. Reportedly, she said this when someone asked her, what's worse than being blind? She said, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. And remember, individuals' written goals are 39.5% more likely to succeed based on research. And then individuals with written goals and weekly accountability are 76.7% more likely to succeed. Your chances go up by almost 40%, 36% by adding that layer of accountability.